Hello, Nicky. Good evening, Nicky. Firstly, Nicky, I suppose, how's Seven Barrows looking? Take it Bobsworth, has he been taking advantage of the wet, of the wet and doing some swimming at all? Or?
It doesn't look very good at the moment. We are underwater.
You are underwater?
We are. We've got acres of floods. The roads, the villages closed. We've had 3 days without electricity.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare.
Right, well, I mean, we spoke to Willie last week and he was reporting quite bad conditions over in Ireland as well. But going forward to the festival, if you could just quickly round up, how do you look at your horses going into the festival? I mean, this must be, is it a setback or do you just have to treat it slightly differently?
You've got to treat it very differently, actually, because it's really, I'm not keen on running horses in very heavy ground too close to the festival because you're just going to do more harm than good.
Yeah.
And so we're having to improvise a fair bit. The gallops aren't too bad, actually. We worked a lot of the horses on the grass on Wednesday, yesterday, and it wasn't too bad. Our gallops, they are on, it's all downland and it's on chalk and they drain very well. You won't get a racecourse like that.
No.
So we're going to sort of make use. We have been using those bumpers at Kempton, and there's quite a few that'll go to Kempton just to work on the all-weather one day next week. Yeah,
obviously good that you can, use that sort of facility. Notably, my tent or yours having a spin round there. How's he looking, ahead of the champion and on that day one as well, Josie's Hill in the Supreme? How are both of those looking?
Well, my tent, we were very pleased with what he did there. Okay, he'd have been very disappointed if he hadn't have won that, but I was pleased with the way he did it. AP was very happy with him, which is always a good thing. Yeah. And it was actually the perfect thing to do. I did not want to run him in the Kingwell at Wincanton because of the ground, and I didn't want to go up to Kelso because equally it was difficult to know what the ground was going to be like, although Long Run did actually go up there.
No. One obviously that you can't necessarily test over that spin round on the all-weather is Sprinter Sacra. Now, obviously, it's brilliant to hear that he was back and seemingly okay. But this setback, will he still be looking to run in that champion chase, Nicky?
Well, I mean, he either runs in the champion chase or we put him away for next season.
Yeah, so it's one or the other.
We've probably got to. I mean, we'll know. Again, he worked yesterday, and I was pleased with him. It was very good. He wears a heart monitor in all his work, and that goes straight off that's wired up to Newmarket. I mean, and I had the result back within an hour.
Yeah.
It's all perfectly okay. His heart rhythm, his heartbeat was 100%, and he did work very well.
No, that really
We've got work to do, and we've got, I would think it'll be another 10 days before we finally make the decision. But again, he will probably go to Kempton on maybe Friday week or even Newbury over the weekend. I'm just sort of talking with them. I wouldn't mind him jumping some fences on a racecourse, but we'll see. He will be going to a racecourse sometime in the next 10 days.
Okay, and another chaser. Well, in fact, two chasers, if I could just touch on, Nicky. Captain Conan, one of them, and obviously the big one that we all want to hear whether he's well is Bobsworth for the Gold Cup.
Well, Captain Conan first, yeah, he's in good order. I mean, I think he will finish up running in the champion chase.
Yeah.
Be it Sprinter Sacra there or not. And actually, Kid Cassidy will almost certainly run in it as well. So he might be three-handed in there. I mean, it purely depends on a sprinter. He will only run if he is back to what we consider his very best. And if he is, to be fair, unless I get this wrong, he will. He is the horse they all have to beat.
Okay.
And it'll be difficult to beat him if he is back. And if he's not back, I won't run him. Conan and Kid Cassidy will probably run anyway.
Right.
But I don't think they've got much alternatives. They can't run in handicaps and probably don't get 2.5. So they will turn up there. As for Bobsworth, the weather is not helping us here.
No, appreciate that.
And he's got work to do, but we're going ahead. And again, I hope he will be going to. Plan will be to go to Kempton with him to work on the all-weather at the end of next week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you must have been delighted after that run in the Lexus. I've got one of the pundits on this evening, Tom Castle. Wouldn't mind just quickly posing a question to you quickly, if that's all right, Nicky?
I will do my best.
Excellent.
Hello, Nicky. Sandy speaking here, or Tom. Horse Malt Master, are you planning to take him back chasing this season?
No, he's actually gone back to Ireland.
Okay.
Well, there you go, straight answer.
Nice and quick, yeah. One other horse as well, a horse called Beat That. I noticed he's got an entry in the Martin Pipe at the festival. Is that the plan?
No, it's not. He's actually not, to be very honest with you, he's not actually eligible for it.
Oh, right.
He had, unfortunately, I think he's good. We're going to look after him a little bit. He won't be going to the festival this year. But he can't run in the Martin Pipe because you have to have 3 runs before this weekend, and he's not ready to get a run into him before this weekend, so he won't be, by next week he will not be qualified to run in the Martin Pipe.
I see. Well, would he be going to possibly Punchestown?
That's the sort of thing, Aintree, Punchestown. And we've got a little, because of the weather, we've got a bit behind with quite a few horses like that, and they're not. Vanitas another one, and I think these are good horses, and I just don't think they're quite ready for Cheltenham. They would need another run would have helped, and we'll just take other routes with them, I think.
Excellent. Oh, well, cheers for clearing those ones up for Tom there. What I can do is, if I can just hand you over to our Twitter cornerist, our show's quite a lot about social interaction. We've got a few questions posed to you from the viewers at home. So, Sam Boswell, have you got a couple of questions for Nicky from the viewers?
Good evening, Nicky. We've had loads of questions in, so I'll rattle through them. We don't want to keep you too long. First of all, Declan Ricks has asked, how's Royal Boy, and do you know what his festival target is likely to be?
Royal Boy, good. Again, he worked yesterday, and I would think it's a matter of, I'd quite like to split him and Captain Cutter up. Joss's Hill plus 1 or 2 others will go 2 miles. Royal Boy and Captain Cutter would be the staying novices, and I'm not quite sure. My guess, they might both have to run in the Neptune. I don't know. I want to talk to AP and see whether he thinks Captain Cutter would stay 3 miles, in which case Royal Boy, I'd be pretty sure he's 2.5. Brilliant.
Thank you for that, Nicky. That's a really interesting answer. Ross Goodman-Brown wants me to ask if Stand to Reason is likely to go for the county hurdle.
Stand to Reason?
Yes.
Yeah. That's very possible. Unfortunately, I wanted to run him in the Jumpers Bumper the other day on Sunday, and he was lame. But he's all right now.
OK, that's good news.
And, yeah, he's in the Supreme and the County Hurdle. I would have thought the County would have suited him.
Excellent. That's good to hear. I'm sure we're pleased you've answered that. Jay Ryan's tweeted in to ask us how Huntball came out of his most recent race, and if he's on course for the festival, perhaps.
Well, he's come out of it very well, thank you.
Good.
And enjoyed that. Very pleased with him, because I think he will improve a lot on that.
Excellent. So we can expect to see some improvement.
I think there's a bit of improvement. The nice thing is that the handicapper, I think quite rightly, has dropped him quite considerably. When he ran at Ascot the other day, he was on a rating of 161. He's actually dropped into 155, which brings him into the handicaps.
Excellent.
So I would think something, he'll either run, it depends on the ground. I think if the ground is soft and slow, then he'll probably stay at 2.5 miles and run in the burn plate.
Lovely. Nicky, Will Bowler's asked me to ask you, is Macari heading for the festival, and how's the horse come out of his Doncaster win?
Macari?
Yeah.
No, Macari won't go there. He has to have good ground.
Has to have good ground. Excellent. So something for later in the season, maybe, Aintree?
I'm not going to bring... He'll have a big spring campaign.
Good stuff. Great to hear.
Sort of horse for the Swinton and things like that.
I've got one final question because it's been tweeted in by so many people. Everybody wants to know 2 things. What's your best bet for the festival, your nailed-on winner, hopefully, and anything we should keep an eye on, perhaps in one of the handicaps or something that we've not seen so much of?
Well, there's no such thing as a nailed-on winner. We'd just be delighted to win anything. I mean, I hope they've... sadly, we are, I think you mentioned at the beginning, we're just, with the problems with Sprinter Sacra, Simon Siggs out of action, we've been a bit, it's been one of those sort of seasons, and we might just be, Bobsworth's got to be at his best. I've got to try and get Sprinter there. My Tenter, yours is in very good order. I think of the handicaps, we have got thousands of entries in them, and we haven't even seen the weights yet. I think Darwalan would have a good chance in the Fred Winter.
Okay.
That's always been the plan with him. I should think he's one to keep an eye on.
Lovely stuff. I'm going to hand you back over to Tom, who I think's got a final question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, cheers for that, Nicky. Obviously, you can appreciate we got you know, a lot of viewers at home with you on the phone. They can't wait to get your views on those runners.
They might live to regret it.
Here you go then. One last question, and it's a soft blow. Don't worry about that. Stephen Smith, he's tweeted in, and I know you've said there's no sure thing for a bet, but he said with a free £100 anti-post bet, mind you, I won't be giving you this. He said with a free £100 anti-post bet on any race at the festival, which one would Nicky, you know, where would he put that £100?
Ouch.
Go on.
Don't put the kiss of death on anything.
Oh, I think I would be. I mean, well, I'm not going to give you one of mine, that's for sure. I don't want to take the blame for... It'll be bad tipping, it'll be bad training if it gets beat. I don't know where... I mean, as you say, you were talking to Willie Mullins the other day, were you?
Yeah, we had a chat with Willie, yeah.
Well,
what, are you going to give it to him to put it on one?
Yeah.
All right, no worries, Nicky.
He has got such a strong team there.
Yeah.
I mean, there are... I mean, you could. The Champion Hurdle is the best race of the week.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the hardest to win. I've got to say, you know, my 10 to yours, I couldn't be happier. But he's going to say the same about Hurricane Flyers, as is everybody else about their own horses. Yeah. I think that's a very hard race. I think Willie's got horses there, like, I mean, you could take the obvious ones like Utopia, Quevega, or Annie Power, or... I mean, to be honest, if I can get Bobsworth good and right, then, you know, he's got a great chance of winning a Gold Cup again.
Yeah.
But it's a tough old race. As I say, I think the person to follow through the week is, why not back Willie Mullins to be leading trainer?
Well, that's it. I think he's around 9 to 4 odds on at the moment. Although Nicky
that's
saying that
£100 bet.
Is that your £100 bet then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, Nicky, you've been excellent. Thanks a lot for coming on the show. Have a cracking Cheltenham Festival. Good luck with that one that you've got running in the Dovecote as well. I see he's ended up at Cheltenham. All the best for that. Hopefully they all come back safely as well, Nicky, and you can get your training underway and Seven Barrows is cleared up and drained up sooner than later.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Nicky. See you later.
Right.